Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
just chilling. I can't come on camera, but I'm here.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
I got, I got, people. I got people around.
What happened?
I got people around.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's
Mhm.
cool. Well, you enjoy your Valentine's Day?
Yes, but my boo in my head got arrested yesterday.
What?
Yeah, the one I always talk about on Bigo. She got arrested.
For what?
Probation violation. Okay, so it's like a long, like Bigo is really messy. I'm talking about like it goes down. So she has her Twitter page that I don't know if I shared it with you, that she posts stuff about people. So she got into it with this lady named Empress because Empress misgendered her. This guy sent her photos of Empress pouring water on her ass, and she posted it on Twitter. And they also sent the picture to Empress' daughter, who's also on Bigo. So Empress so-called hired a private investigator to get information on her and found out that she had violated her probation. She's not even supposed to be in the Atlanta metro area. So now she's locked up in the Clayton County jail. And I don't know how you get somebody commissary. I put 5 on her books for some noodles, some stuff.
You can do that?
I don't know how you do it. I ain't never like know nobody to be in jail. I guess you can do it. I don't know. Somebody got to tell me.
Well, no. You can't do it like that. I mean, I guess every state differs, but in Jersey, you can put the money on their books, but yeah, you can't bring them food, actual food.
Oh no. I'm not bringing her food. I just don't know how to put money in her books. I went on the website and I'm trying to figure out like how can I do
So
it.
you have her real name?
Yeah.
So
People
you
been
go to
because people been leaking people leaked it all over Bigo today. She got arrested.
so it's this website called Connect Network GTL.
Oh, that's where I go.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you go on there. Hey, boss lady, what's going on? Boss lady is speaking to us, Cobra.
Hey, boss lady, happy V Day.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day, love. I hope your night and day is everything that you need it to be with you and your loved ones. Absolutely. Yeah, so Cobra, you go on to that website. You have to have their name, their location, and then it'll pop up. But if the person just got arrested yesterday, they are probably not even in the system yet. That takes a couple of days. It doesn't happen automatically.
Okay, because her information is showing up under inmate search already.
Off of what?
On inmates, when I looked up inmate search, it's
Right.
already coming up, but I guess you got to get processed and everything.
Yes, she has to get processed, and that takes a couple of days to do.
Okay, because
Yeah.
she's not getting out no time soon. But
Damn.
probation violation, from what I understand, they are going to send her back to Texas. I don't know. I need more information. I'll wait a couple days, and then I'll give her like $5 for some noodles or some shit.
$5.
But they get us some noodles, right?
No.
I don't know. Like I feel bad for her being a trans woman being locked up in that
Yeah, but
prison.
$5 ain't gonna do it. You're gonna have to give like maybe 20 because
20?
yeah, because they don't just buy noodles like that. It's like they buy packages and it costs yeah, and it costs money like you know.
I don't know. I want her to be comfortable. She's a trans woman. Hopefully, they have her like in the women's side and not with the men, because she just got her hair done yesterday. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know anything about jail either, although I know someone who is there right now.
Yeah, she got her
So,
hair done yesterday, like, because she was going out of town. She's supposed to be in Colorado with her Valentines,
mhm.
and they arrested her right before she went to Colorado. It's not funny. It's not funny. Oh my god! Right? All that money she spent to go meet up with that girl she met from Chicago.
And she in a whole nother state that she don't even live in?
She live in Atlanta, but she's not supposed to be here because she's on probation, I guess. I don't know. I guess you can move around if you're on probation. I don't know, but she was getting ready to go to Colorado, and they
Mhm.
arrested her at the airport because she talk a lot on social media. You got to be quiet on social media. And she was telling people, "Oh, I'm going to Denver, Colorado. You know, me and my boo, we're gonna meet for the first time, and people watch that. They don't like her. She just won like she made 24K last month, and you got to spend that most of that money on getting out of jail.
That's crazy.
She paid deposits to get her body done and everything, get all this surgery done, and now you in jail. I feel bad for her. I guess I could put 20 on her books. She get some honey buns or something.
Yeah, wait a minute. Boss lady said, yeah, she won't be able to get get packages that quick. No, yeah, she has to be processed and everything. That takes some time.
Oh, dad. Thank you, boss.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it takes time.
I thought as long as it showed up on the inmate search, I could,
Because they don't even know if she's gonna be in there. Like, you'll be sending her money, and I'm not saying like everybody's situation is different, but I'm just saying like if everybody got locked up had people sending them money right away, and then they getting out on Monday or Tuesday, like it'd be a whole mess.
She don't have a bond.
Yeah, I mean, she probably does have to do time, but you won't know until she actually see a judge. Right now, she just got booked on some shit. So she has to see a judge and everything before she know what's going on. The judge has to tell her, all right, you're going to sit here until your court date, or I'm going to let you out on bail until your court date. Whatever it is, like you still got to wait to see the judge to make that decision. And that doesn't come until they get processed into the system.
I wonder if she'll get out on probation violation.
I don't know.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Got to keep your personal business to yourself.
Look, I had me a nice prime rib last night. I had me some loaded mashed potatoes from Texas Roadhouse. They biscuits is so good. Not biscuits, they're bread. Oh, it's so good, so good, so good.
Did you ever go get I think I forgot to send you the information about the cowboy steaks from Costco?
No, I never heard you say nothing about that. You know what? This lady told me about the not Costco. She said Sam's Club, but yeah, I heard about the cowboy steaks.
Yeah, they're like really cheap, I believe. They're affordable, like the big thick steaks.
Yeah, I heard about them.
I remember the Texas Roadhouse when I'm like since in my 20s.
I mean, let me tell you, Texas Roadhouse to me, out of all the places I've had steak from, they are like my top 5.
I have to try them again. I didn't like their food.
Well, it depends on what you get. Like I said, I get the steak. I usually have it with mashed potatoes, the loaded mashed potatoes, and that's as far as I go with them. President's Day is Monday, so she will have to wait. Yeah, see, it's a holiday too. So definitely, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Dag, little baby. I was trying to get you to, try to put you on some positive stuff, but I didn't press hard enough. I mean, when she DM'd me back, thanks,
Over.
No, I didn't really try to shoot my shot like that. When she DM'd me back, thank you. The thanks boo or thanks babe. I just like, double tap. Maybe I should have tried to start a conversation,
Yeah,
and instead of being locked up in the cold jail, she could have been doing something else, later on. I ain't spending my money like that right now, but I could have took her to Skyline Park, to the rooftop. We got in a little igloo, had some dinner.
Yes, baby. The steak and the mashed potatoes. Yes, honey. Yes. I love it, dear. But that's where I went to eat yesterday. And then we came home and had some drinks and watched some TV, and then we were in the bed, and then we were asleep by 10. How exciting.
So what do you guys consider to be like a romantic Valentine's Day? Like, I know a lot of people have different ideas of what's romantic to them.
So I don't know about everybody else. Me, I don't really care about Valentine's Day like that. It's not a big deal to me. Hey, Auntie Donna, happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, Auntie Donna.
Yeah, relaxing is good for me. It doesn't have to be like, okay, so Qua brought me a balloon, she brought me a card and a dozen of roses. And that was enough for me. Like, that was too much. Like, I'm not even into flowers and shit like that. So that was good for me. And the card itself, I love cards because I always find them to be personal to me. So I love reading cards. So what she did to me was good enough. It really wasn't. My kids brought me candy. So I got some hearts, them boxes of hearts. But I've never been, because I don't buy anything for Valentine's Day. I've never did.
You know what? That box candy be really good.
Yeah, I got some Hershey. I don't even know it. I know it's gonna be good because it came from Hershey's. I love Hershey chocolate, so I know it's gonna be good. Boss lady said, yeah, it's not a big deal to me. Maybe when I was younger, it was a big, but now it's like my daughters, look, I just dropped their asses off to get their hair done. That's a gift to me. Like, what else you want?
I mean, well, oh, okay, so dang. Do I want to tell my personal business of what I did? All right, so there's a restaurant. It's on a rooftop, and you can get like an igloo.
An igloo?
Yeah, it's not like a real igloo, but it's on top of a. Damn it! I'm telling my business. And that is like they can zip you in, kind of like an igloo. Is like heat inside of it. You have like dinner on top of the rooftop. Yeah.
And then what happens? Like, it's just y'all spend time together.
Yeah, inside of the little igloo.
Do y'all have like drinks and stuff?
Yeah, it's a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Food, and all that.
So is that what you did, or that's what you're gonna do?
That's what I did.
Oh.
That's what I was saying about Low. I was like, Low.
Could have been an igloo.
I mean, not this Valentine's Day. It ain't that. I mean, it's a couple of months before I'm trying to spend some money like that. But but I mean, for me, like a romantic Valentine's date would be like a cemetery tour. It's like a historic cemetery here, something like that, and just something out of the ordinary. I mean, the dinner and the movie thing is like cute. The dinner thing is all right, but that's like kind of kiddish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like honestly, at 40, like I'm 46. At 46, what haven't I done? Seriously, that I'm like, oh, I haven't done that for Valentine's Day. It's not, I mean, and I don't want to dumb it down either, because some people are looking forward to this day and have big plans with their significant others. So to those who do, have a good time, have a great time. But just myself, like, it's not no big deal for me. It's really not. I've always liked just being able to chill, like not having to do anything. Like, usually, when I was married, to my husband, that would just be a day of me doing nothing. That was the gift for me, like to lay down and do nothing, absolutely nothing. So I guess that's still like the gift for me, just to do whatever I want to do. So, that's just.
I think people make a big deal out of Valentine's Day, and I mean, not for the significant other, but for other people that are watching.
Boss Lady has a question. That sounds claustrophobic for me. Now, is it a plastic igloo?
Yeah, it's plastic. It's like open. You can see through it. It's not like an igloo, like a brick igloo. It's not quite like an igloo.
Okay.
Like it zips, kind of, sort of.
It's kind of like a tent, maybe.
Yeah, okay. It's see through. It has heat in it. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, but you know what? like if you're going on a date night, if you're dating and this is somebody that you're not really, you're just starting to see, it could be very exciting. Valentine's Day could be very exciting.
Yeah. And then I know a lot of people are like, I was looking on a certain platform and people are sad and shit. They're on there talking about it's Valentine's Day. This is my first Valentine's. I'm like, y'all, come on. It ain't that serious.
No, pick another day. Shit, you call it Valentine's Day if you must. Shit.
Yeah. It's just another day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I feel like I've seen where some people have rushed into relationships because they wanted to just say they had a Valentine.
So I'm confused I've been back and forth with this ring. So this is the hand that is supposed to go on your, well, I ain't gonna say supposed to, by tradition is yes, every day is Valentine's Day. Absolutely.
Right. If you're in love, yeah, absolutely. I believe facts.
So I've been wearing my ring on. Actually, I've been wearing it on this ring, on this hand, because I read that in the gay community, we use the right hand. However, to me, the right hand doesn't get attention like the left hand. So I've been fighting myself on what hand to wear it on.
I don't know about engagement, like if what hand you wear it on. I think you just wear it on like the regular engagement hand, right? I don't know.
Yeah, by tradition, it's the left hand. Like I said, people are more, if they do see it, more likely to ask, "Oh, you're engaged," because it's on the left hand. On the right hand, you don't even notice it. It's just like another ring. So, do I want attention, or am I just going with tradition? Attention or tradition? Which hand does it feel more comfortable?
Is that a gay tradition before gay marriage was legal? Because that might have been something before, just to say we're engaged. But now that we have rights to get married, you can like, I don't know.
It doesn't say a date on when it was, indoctrinated, I guess. But I read it, so I don't know. I feel more comfortable, honestly. Okay, so this is another issue. It feels more comfortable on this hand, but for some reason, this hand feels it's looser on this hand than it is on this hand. When I got fitted on this hand. So it fits this hand perfectly. When I put it on this hand, it slides. It's like very easy to come off and on. So
or you can just get it resized.
Right. Or just keep it on the right hand where it was originally put on. Who knows? It's not that big of a deal. I
don't know.
I don't know. It's like whatever day. If I feel like what I'm gonna start doing is if we're good that day, I'm gonna keep it on this hand.
Oh no,
I'm putting it
on. Don't do that. Don't be moving it around in different hands depending on how your mood. I mean, you know how that is, relationship. Don't do that.
All right, I ain't gonna do that. But
if you Google it just said the right.
Yeah, right. The right hand. So I should keep it on the hand it's supposed to be on, I guess. For lesbian women. You're correct. That's correct. That is correct, boss lady. That's what I read too. So when I got it fitted for this hand, which is crazy too, because now I know that this hand is bigger than this hand, which they both look like little pudgy sausages, but to me.
Well, we can tell that I never had any plans on getting married because I never knew that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I had no clue. I just thought like you would wear it on your traditional ring finger. That
there is a tradition. It comes with what your tradition actually is. And so as you can see, there are different ones for different people.
Let me think. Do I know any married people? No.
You know what? Now that we're on that subject, so Cobra, did you ever listen to the that that quote I got off of Facebook from the girl, and I recited it on my page? Did you ever see it?
I watched it, but I don't think I remember it. I forgot what it was about. It was about, I forgot. I'm sorry. But I did watch the video and I did like it, but I can't remember. It was a few weeks back, right?
Yeah, so I want to go over it too. Thank you. Thank you, boss lady. Yes, thank you. I am a little excited about it still. So I'm gonna read it again, but I'm gonna break it. We're gonna break it down and talk about it. Because I thought this was I always think about this young lady. So this young lady she has a page on Facebook, and so I'm friends with friends. I'm not her friend, but friends with friends. So she had wrote this post, and it was when I read it, and then I was listening to what people were saying as comments. It was just like, wow, I was going deeper and deeper. So I'm gonna read it, and we can just talk about it as I read it. So she said, church folk will see Greek, Hebrew, Arabic, and other translations to find the origin and true meaning of everything in the Bible. However, will subscribe to the KJV concerning homosexuality, which is the King James Version. Y'all don't condemn it because it's what the Bible says. Y'all condemn it because it's what tradition says. So when I read that part, I said, wow, I thought about that. And I'm like, wow, that's true. Because in all actuality, the things that we condemn the Bible, it's not even in the Bible. So parents will disown their child for being gay, but will cover up the family pedophile. How do you feel about that?
Let me see.
Parents will disown their child for being gay, but will cover up the family pedophile. Like, those who in your family who've been accused, or, it's no secret that they mess with the nieces or the grandkids or even the daughters or whatever, sons. And, that could be Uncle John. That's a hush-hush in the family.
It can also be auntie too, but I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna be leaving it at type stuff.
Right.
I'll start going there. But
yeah. So now, that could be hidden, but you'll disown your child for being gay. Oh no, that's a no-go. Oh no, you can't be gay. But we're gonna keep that part. We're gonna keep Aunt Thelma and Uncle John, who we know messes around and plays with little ones. We're gonna keep that. Shh. That's what that goes on in our family. We don't talk about what happened in our family. We keep it on the hush hush.
I don't know why people disown their children for being gay and would be okay with a child molester being in the family. I don't get that.
Mm-hmm. We all know that it's done in some families. Absolutely. Heck, they probably cover up both. You're absolutely right. You don't want a gay person. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm skipping something. You won't attend a gay wedding, but you'll sit under the pastor who sleeps around. You want to attend a gay wedding. A gay wedding in a lot of churches are not even welcome. But you'll sit under the pastor who sleeps with everybody, who have multiple women.
And that's crazy that a lot of churches, if you have a gay marriage, you can't get married at church. That's ridiculous.
Yep. You won't let the gay man lead praise and worship at your church because he can't be gay and used by God. He can't be both. You just can't be gay and God can't use you. But you'll let the musician who's got half the choir pregnant play because you can't shout without music. That was interesting.
That's it.
No, you won't let the lesbian and her wife sit on your front row, but you'll let the abuser, gossiper, liar, and your adjutant sit at your front row. They're there every week. You notice the ones who are always there. You know, the regulars.
Yeah, the drunk.
Okay, the abusers, the gossipers, the liars, the adjutants of the church. People start walking around secretly and low key starting everything in the church. They don't miss it. They don't skip a beat. But that lesbian and her wife can't come to your front row. I attended 2 gay weddings, and we turned up like any other wedding. I haven't been in the church since I was a kid. Boss lady, was there in the church, the gay weddings, or was it somewhere else?
I just feel like if the church does not accept me, that particular church, I don't need to be there. I will not go. I mean, there are churches that are for the LGBT community.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't go to church anyway, but if I did, that's where I would prefer to go. Like, I know some people have like a family church or whatever, that they grew up in a church and they prefer to go there, but they're not accepted. I don't know what that's like. I'm glad I don't. I couldn't imagine.
Right. So they ended it up. I'm just going to finish what they said. Let me see. Okay, I left off, but you'll let the abuser, gossiper, and liar, an adjutant, be your adjutant. Okay. Now, some of you reading this are going to accuse me of calling out other people's sin. And you, my dear, are part of the problem. Y'all are so quick to disown the gays to the point where there's a whole community. Ever think about why there's a gay community? There's not a straight community, but there's a whole community for people who are same gender loving, because the church has failed to make us feel human, yet alone welcome. And so in the comments, somebody said, crazy thing, homosexuality was added to the text. It didn't exist in the original text, nor was same-sex relations insinuated in the text. Just learned this, and it was mind-blowing. And then someone said, exactly, the original translation in reference to pedophilia, homosexuality is not mentioned at all. So someone was saying that in the translation of the Bible, it says pedophilia, not homosexuality. It's not even mentioned. Now, I haven't seen it, but I cannot attest that it's not there. So I don't want to, verbatim this. But these were other people just commenting.
I wish I could remember the details of this documentary that I watched about the Bible and homosexuality.
Look, somebody else said, the funny thing is, look, these are other people saying, the funny thing is homosexuality wasn't mentioned in the Bible until like the 80s, I believe. Not only that, same-sex relationships weren't even what Leviticus was talking about. It was pedophilia. So the saints, I don't even want to repeat that.
But if you think about it, a lot of the people, pedophilia has been going on for ages, but it was like a lot of pedophilia going on during that time. So I can believe that is probably what they were writing about. It was very, very bad. If you look at the Greeks and the Romans and the soldiers and the eunuchs and all that type of stuff, You've heard the stories about the Greeks and the Romans, and they have like a young boy go along with them, while they're at war, they have sex with each other. A lot of pedophilia.
I've heard that. I've heard of it.
So I can see that it
Yeah.
wasn't about homosexuality at all.
Right.
Because like my brother always tells me, he's like, the Bible has been translated so many times over and
Correct.
over again.
Right.
You just have to follow your heart and do what you believe is right
Yeah.
within yourself, and that's it. You can't follow.
You really can't follow. It is hard to follow a book that's been rewritten so many times. It's nothing original about the book. Also, I also thought about the Goliath. What? Not Goliath. Gomorrah.
Yeah.
What is that? Who is that? Oh, how is that not even on my radar?
You talking about Sodom and Gomorrah and
Sodom and Gomorrah. I was about to look. I had to go and look it up because I'm like, wait a minute now. Sodom and Gomorrah, that the story and how they some people
problem with that.
Some places in the world like Atlanta to Sodom and Gomorrah because they figure, it's so much homosexuality that went down there to live. Now, this is what I've heard. This is not how I feel. I've just heard people speak on that. So they always reflect that back to the Sodom and Gomorrah. But if I'm not mistaken, with Sodom and Gomorrah, God had a problem with people that turned away from God, who
right.
It wasn't the fact that they were homosexuals or same gender loving, sex loving, whatever. No, it's that they turned away from God. They started to they praise other people, blasphemy more than God, and I think that's where people get the text a little confused with.
Yeah, the people were worshiping false gods.
Correct.
And that's what it was mainly about, from what I understand. Hey, Benj.
Hey, Benj. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
What's Valentine's?
Valentine's Day is like a day, like if you don't have a Valentine's.
Oh,
you have Valentine's, or you just spend Valentine's Day with your with your homies.
Right. Okay. And Boss Lady said downtown North, there's an LGBT community, have their own church. And I've never been. I don't even know where it's at, Boss Lady. And that's my hometown. I have no clue where it's at. So if you know where it's at, let me know. Gal. Oh, okay, Gal. I'm slow a little bit.
Yeah, so, like Valentine's, yeah.
I'm not pretending when I be asking these questions, please.
I mean, you can be in a relationship and have a Valentine's Day. Like, I've been out with some friends on Valentine's Day.
Well, you are my Valentines. Everyone that's in the chat, my gals, my Valentines.
So, like, what bothers me about the Sodom and Gomorrah story, and I forgot how somebody explained it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when the angels go to the house of, I forgot the guy's name, and they ask for him to bring out the men of the town. Ask for the angels.
Right. That's right. Will you, if I can bring you, he started off with what, 50? I could be wrong. Please don't forgive me, but I'm about right. If he said, Lord, if I go down there and I can find 50 people that will follow you, will you grant savior to this city? And God said, yes, if you find 50, I shall do it. And then he turned back around. Abraham said, no, what if I find 20, 25? It kept going lower. And God said, if you find 25, I will grant mercy on that town. And then it went to 15, and then it went to 10. Then it went down to 2, from 5 to 2. And God said, if you find me two that will worship me, I will grant, I will grant you, I will deliver this city from ruin.
But what confuses me is when the angels goes to the guy's house, and the men come, and they were like, bring the angel out. We want to lay with him. He was like, no, I have 2 virgin daughters. I'll give you. That kind of fucked me up. I was like, blah, 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 blah. So these men are looking for sex or whatever. to rape this angel. So you say, and you're gonna send your two daughters out to get gang raped? I don't know if you remember that part in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, because I was about to say I do not know that part. Can't even remember reading it. Not to say that I have or have. I just don't remember reading that part. I just remember reading that was a town where, you know, people they started to worship blasphemy. They started to they stopped worshiping God. They started worshiping each other. They wanted men.
Yeah, they wanted the men, which was the angels that came to rescue. Whoever the guy's name was, the Sodom and Gomorrah. And you know, his wife and his daughters escaped, but his wife turned around to look at the city, and she turned to stone. And then when him and his daughters,
that was Sodom's wife. That was I don't believe, was that Sodom and Gomorrah when she turned into salt? He told her don't turn around.
Yeah, because they were leaving the city.
This city, and do not turn around, or you will be cast into a pillar of salt. And that was Lot's wife, and she turned around. So no, this was two different people, I believe, in two different towns. I don't believe it, but I could be wrong. It could have been Sodom and Gomorrah. Maybe I need to read a little more, but.
And then, you know, when him and his daughters escaped, they ended up having sex with their dad. I'm like, okay, so the Bible's all kind of confusing. You got all kind of weird stuff going on. So I'm supposed to believe that because I like a woman.
The father dismembered them and dropped their parts around the city. What?
See what I'm saying?
I didn't read that either.
It's so.
I was lying. These are two different stories. Correct. Okay, thank you. Because I was about to really be like,
okay, so it was white. So like then somebody turned to stone.
Yes, I mean, Lot's wife. Lot's wife turned into stone.
Was Lot's wife in Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yes, no, that wasn't Sodom and Gomorrah. That was two different stories. Yes, thank you, guys, because I was really getting confused.
Okay, so
I'm like, wait a minute.
So who turned around in Sodom and Gomorrah?
No, nobody turned around with Sodom and Gomorrah. This was Lot's wife turned around. That was a whole nother story.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be real.
Turned into a pillar of salt. Absolutely, that was Lot's wife.
To be honest, I have never.
God saved them from that city that was burning, and that was when he asked her not to.
Which city?
That wasn't Sodom and Gomorrah. Somebody help me out here.
It was another city that burned too.
A pillar of salt. I said that, guys. I said that. That was
another city. There was another city that burned too.
That wasn't Sodom and Gomorrah though.
But there was another city. Like I've never read the Bible, so it was like, what was the other city that burned? I just thought it was Sodom and Gomorrah that was burned.
No, that I can't remember. I hate starting a conversation. I don't know everything I'm talking about, but I know what I know. And my memory might not be that good. But
let me look it up. I'm watching the girl on the toilet. That's so disgusting. Why would you sit your ass on the toilet on Bigo? The nasty MF is over there. Let's see. Sodom and Gomorrah. Really don't know the story.
Yeah, I know TC. I know TC about to tear her ass, honey. She probably ripping her fucking hair out. Listen to us. Email me, please.
Oh.
Explain it.
So Sodom and Gomorrah were two different cities.
Yes.
You know what? I always thought Sodom and Gomorrah were the same city. They were two different cities.
No, Sodom and Gomorrah was the same. That's one city. No,
it says Sodom and Gomorrah were two different cities mentioned in the Bible of Genesis, book of Genesis.
But they got destroyed together, right?
Yeah, but I thought it was one city. See, I just don't know nothing about the Bible.
Hold up. Somebody's about to come on here.
Sodom and Gomorrah were allied cities.
I emailed it to you. New Jerusalem is the city. Okay. Is that the one where
okay, New Jerusalem, all right.
What I find ironic is God sending a rainbow at the end of the flood, and the rainbow is symbolic to the community. To what community? The gay community?
Yeah, the rainbow.
I mean, we are people too. Like,
LGBT
what I
flag.
understand, like, we are people too. We are his people too. Everyone is his people. Like, leave him out of our F stuff, y'all. God love his thieves. He love his whores. He love his alcoholics, his drug addicts, his adulterers. He love us all. He love us all. He never told none of you. I don't remember seeing him or hearing him say, I need you, Cobra, to come down here. I had designated and ordained you to come down here and judge everybody. If you see something ain't right, you get to call it out, and they are going to hell because you said it. I didn't know he did that. Am I wrong? Am I missing something?
Didn't.
I emailed you the link. Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
Okay, what is it? Abraham and Sarah? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, so it's Abraham and Sarah. I don't know.
Abraham is the
so Abraham's nephew Lot. Okay, all right. So Lot is involved in it. So it's Lot and Abraham. So the story of judgment of Sodom and Gomorrah told in Genesis. 3 men come to Abraham in the plains of whatever. After the angels received the hospitality of Abraham and Sarah, the Lord reveals to Abraham that he could confirm that he is a greater. Confirm that he has heard against Sodom and Gomorrah in the Senate. So the 2 angels proceed to Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham inquired of the Lord. Okay, what? Because Abraham and Lot, they were related.
Peace.
Okay, now I see where you're talking about the number of people. He lowers the number of people.
Right, absolutely.
The angels are met by Abraham's nephew Lot, who convinced them to lodge with him. Okay, so Lot was the one with the
and when he said, let's go, and he told Lot, look, if you want you and your wife to come with me, please do not turn around, do not look back. That was his only command. Don't look back, because if you do, you will turn into a pillar of salt.
Okay, so like it's the same story though that I was talking about. Y'all said it was 2 different ones. Sodom and Gomorrah. What did I say earlier? I can't remember.
See, can you hurry up, because we is chopping these stories up, and I don't know.
It's the same. See, I got like
Girl, Google is my best friend. Yes. I mean, I try to rely on the brain as much as I can, but sometimes it don't do me no good. I'm sorry.
No, what do we say? It's all the same story though. Like Abraham, like Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah. And yes, he was the one with the virgin daughters. Peachy, are you about to give us a biblical story? So I can't remember. It says Lot and his family.
I don't remember everything, and I don't know.
Yeah, Lot's wife looked back and became a pillar of salt.
That's what I said.
But Sodom and Gomorrah. Who did I say? I can't remember. I said Sodom and Gomorrah was a story.
That is a story. That's also a story, because they burnt the whole city, Sodom and Gomorrah, because it was told that they were having how I look at it is, it was a town that was celebrating blasphemy. They were worshiping worldly things. They was not worshiping God. They were worshiping idols, and God rained upon that. Wait, here comes TC.
But like when Lot, he offered his daughter and stuff like that.
Hey, y'all. You know what?
We jacked it up, didn't we?
I mean, y'all getting it together though. Y'all getting it together. It's all good. It was turning the stone. It was all kind of other
No,
stuff.
it was pillar of salt. I know it was pillar of salt.
I know.
And that's
I know
Medusa.
that.
Okay, Medusa. It was. I don't know. It's something. Somebody was
And
turning into something.
here's the thing. As even stone salt, people be like, oh, whatever. No, and the thing is that, let me just say this: Bible, the basic instructions before leaving this earth. Basic instruction before leaving this earth.
Okay.
These are all stories, allegories that are basically just for people to take some of these stories and be able to incorporate it in their life and see if it fits, to see if they can learn from it. If it don't fit, let it acquit or something like that, whatever that is. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
if the glove don't fit, then to quit. Some,
if it don't fit, right, the glove, whatever. See, in this case, it's the story. So the
if
bottom
the glove
line
don't
is
fit, then
that
it can't fit.
it's you all were getting it right. It was the two daughters, and yeah, you're right. Cobra. There's the two daughters decided to have sex with their father, and they got him drunk, and he impregnated them.
Yes.
And I'm gonna and they're the Moabites and the Amorites. So the Moabites are and the Amorites today are considered the people that come from a particular part of the world, which we call Japan and China.
Okay.
Those are the descendants. Those
Okay.
people right there. And so if you check it a little bit, if you look at that, because they were so close in terms of the father, having sex with the daughters, and the genealogy, you see how close they were in in the sex thing, right?
Right.
In the genealogy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why a lot of people say that those people, the Mongoloids, those people who come from the Mongoloidism, that's what they're talking about when they talk about that whole thing. That stems back to Lot. That stems back to him and having been taken advantage of by his daughters.
Right.
And him and his daughters having sex, and having sex with your father, whatever the genealogy, we know that having sex with somebody that's close in relative and relationship can make certain situations. So anyway, bottom line, you all had actually gotten it right by the time I got on. Y'all were getting it together, and just y'all, y'all okay though. Google and boss lady in New Jersey is right. Google is our best friend.
Yes.
Who writes that type of stuff?
Before, huh?
Who writes that type of stuff?
Who writes it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the stories of strength. Okay, I've never really read the Bible, but the stories in the Bible are strange. You got that go on. Then get this father drunk, sleep with his father. And then the angels come, and the father offers to give his two virgin daughters to a group of men to be gang raped. It's just a bunch of craziness.
So I guess it's all about verbiage. And I heard you say something about the virgin daughters. They weren't virgins because they had sex with him, so they couldn't be virgins anymore. But let me just say this.
They had sex with him. This is when the angels came to the house, and they were asking for the men to come out or whatever, the angel.
Yes.
The angel. Okay.
Yes.
So when the men in the town came to the house to get the angels, the father was like, "No, you can't have them, but I'll give you my two daughters." At the time they were still virgins.
And I don't think, and this is what most people that are the Bible thumpers, and the way that they talk about. The way that they talk about the Bible and the people, and it's like these were holier than thou people. These were saintfully. No, they were not. That's why I said the Bible is Bible, basic instructions for before leaving this earth. That means learn from these people's atrocities and their indiscretions, and you'll know what to do and what not to do. Possibly, Moses was a drunk. I mean, Noah and having all kinds of stuff was going on. All kind of sexual interludes were going on. All of that good stuff. And then I hope you, and when I say good stuff, I don't mean good, but I know that you all talked about pedophilia and homosexuality. And when the interpretations came down from the Hebrew to the Greek to the Hebrew, Greek, Roman, and then into, the Slavic, the German, all of these, pedophile is one thing, but homosexuality is something totally different. However, something totally different. But
Right.
you got to know that people who are pedophilia, they can come under the construct of homosexual also. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that people started mixing this stuff together, and because they were only 10% of the world, only 1% of the world was able to read, write, comprehend, and all that kind of stuff. And then everybody else was just, hey, this is what it is. We're telling you this is the story. We're telling you this is the way that it's supposed to be. And most of them were doing it out of control, out of fear, and some of them were doing it intentionally because they were trying to, maybe subject people to one thing and maybe cover up for other people. So we get it. In 2021, if folks don't get this homosexual BS bullcrap out of their system, then guess what? Shame on them. Good for you. And guess what? You getting ready to go to hell your damn self for thinking and being ignorant, because no one has to be ignorant today.
Okay, absolutely. I agree with that.
Nobody has an excuse. There's no such thing as ignorance. Let me tell you something. My mother is able to do e-commerce. She can go online. She can order stuff online now. Whereas before, I couldn't even get her to text, email, none of that stuff. But this corona makes these old people, they can't go nowhere. They can't do nothing. They can't go to the store or whatever. Now everybody's gonna have to learn. Old people gonna have to learn, and they're gonna have to get out of this BS bullcrap thought pattern, and they too have to learn. And so, hey, it is what it is. All of these, what I thought was because I heard so and so. These, they will never make it in the age of Aquarius if they are going to continue to think like they're in the Gothic age. They won't make it.
Well,
age of Aquarius.
So this is the age of, this is the age right here. This is the age of, everybody's gonna have to be around and exposed to everybody. If you don't like it, screw you. If you don't, and here it is, you're good, the bad, the indifferent, and folks gonna have to get over it. Black, white, women, everybody.
Yeah.
Period. We here to stay. I know I'm here to stay. I ain't scared of you. You can Ku Klux Klan all day long down in DC. You can neo-Nazi yourself to death. You can transphobic, homophobic. You can, sexist, whatever. Even my own black people who are colorists can continue to say stuff about their own people. Everybody, screw them, and the boat them and the ancestors came back on, because that's where they're actually going.
Okay. I get it.
So you guys are on it. Y'all got it. Google. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I may not remember word for word, but I've read it and I get. When I read it, I understood it. When other people have their own interpretation of things, it's not that I can knock it, because again, everyone has their own interpretation. However, I know what it meant to me when I read it. I understood it, and that's what I got from it.
And I'm gonna just give you a little secret, and I'm gonna let you go because I got a jet. Virgin. Now we think of the word virgin as what? When we hear somebody say so and so is a virgin, what do we think of?
A person has never had sex. That's what it's
pure.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but it could be,
Okay.
Okay.
So check this out. In the Hebrew, virgin means a young girl. So when they talk about Virgin Mary, most people think, oh, she was a virgin, meaning she didn't have sex. In the Hebrew and the Amharic, virgin means she was a young girl, because in those days, older men did have sex with younger women. That was those times. You all know that. You know what I'm saying?
They still do it now.
Times they
And
change.
they still do it. You daggone right, Cobra. Exactly. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that in and through interpretation and understanding language and linguistics, people will automatically be like, oh, she was a virgin. She didn't have sex. That's bull pucky. That's BS. And only thing you have to do is ask somebody who's a Hebrew. And you're in Atlanta. I don't know how many Hasidic Jews there are in Atlanta, but in New York and New Jersey, certain parts, they're the Hasidic Jews. We used to call them the curly curls. It's probably offensive, so I apologize in advance. But the Hasidic Jews, because they had the curls, which was a representation of locks, because the original Jews had locks, and the original Jews were us, and the original Jews had locks hanging down. And so these that are now are the imposters. But the bottom line is that in the Hebrew, Amharic, you will notice that the virgin means young. It doesn't mean one that has not been sexually active or sexually penetrated. Okay. Yeah. So there are a lot of words that are used, and then when they're interpreted into the English bastard language, it takes on a whole totally different complexion.
It has, because
and then
the dictionary just labeled a virgin as someone who has never had sexual intercourse.
Right. But that dictionary didn't come in until when? 18 what?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, see how the interpretation of it changes.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
And that's the, I don't know if that's the Britannica, but that's English. That's in the English, American English, and even in England English. And I think what happened was by the time it got to the German and the Slavic, it all changed a little bit.
Okay.
It did. But when you get to ask a Hebrew, a real Hebrew, they will tell you that no, that's not what that means. Virgin meant young. Yeah. I mean, it's a learning experience. I'm glad you guys are just having it in fun, but it's it's a learning experience, and you're using, and y'all got it together at the end. So I was like, oh, there they go. They got it. It got together, and it's okay. And one of the things that I love about this conversation, y'all, is that most people don't want to have conversation about religion and politics. Here's the other thing. Get over it. We're going to have those conversations with the elephants in the room, because we have to clear up some stuff. Our children cannot go into these next years, this next generations ignorant, because it's not going to work.
With that being said, do you feel let me just steer the conversation somewhere else. I don't know how much time you got, but whenever you gotta get off, you can just get off. But I have a question. So as far as with the politics of it, what has happened with the Senate? I hear a lot of people saying they're upset because Trump got acquitted, and yet again. And then, what does that mean for the country? But can I just say that, yes, he was acquitted by the way of his peers would not, come to him. However, he was found guilty. There were how many? 57 senators that voted for his conviction.
Wasn't that 57? Yeah.
57. And being that you need 2/3 is the reason why he was acquitted. But still, at the end of the day, more people voted for him to be that he was guilty.
So let me tell you, this is where I stand. The reason why they wanted to do an impeachment is so that they needed to, to forget this vote so that they can get this guy impeached, is so that he doesn't try to run for election all over again. Because he can run for election as long as it's not 2 consecutive terms. He did 1 term, but he can run again later on. But here's where we have to look deeper than all of this. take a tally. Okay, I'm sorry. And Cobra and BB, I know you all are not these kinds of people, so I'm not talking to you. I'm talking overall. So we have doxers in the B section, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they keep copious notes on people and stuff and things, right?
Right.
Okay. How about we keep copious notes on these senators who voted for him to be not guilty?
Yes, and I agree with that. However, do you think that we can make a difference if we don't live in those states where they are prevalent?
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely not. That would have to be those people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing, you have to, we all have to take ownership and take onus of where we are, because even though I have one Democrat, one Republican, both of them at any time could change up, could switch up, and so forth and so on. We got one we're getting ready to get out because he was one of the ones that voted against the impeachment. So we getting ready to get him out. He's done. Like stick a fork in him. He's done.
Right.
However, here's the beautiful part of it. This is all a spiritual warfare to me, and this is the Game of Thrones. And just know, yeah, just know, Trump's not gonna run again because he's not gonna run again. And let the angels, let God do some work. Once God sees us working and doing what we can do,
okay,
then let God do what God can do. See, that's the trick.
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, it's already been forewarned, it's already been foreseen by many people who know what's going on. And I ain't talking about people in politics, because most people in politics, they're so into politics, they can't see nothing else but politics. But there's a whole bunch of people in the world that see what's getting ready to go down.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we do what we can do. Everybody has to do their part, and you let God do his part. I'm one of those that I'm every now and then I gotta move, get out the way. I have to get my own feelings, get myself, and get my thoughts about how things should be out the way. Because when I do, oh my goodness, people start to disappear out of my life.
Okay.
You dig me?
Yes, I get
people,
it.
Yes. Yeah. They disappear. Yeah. It's a wonderful thing. I haven't done anything to them, so to speak.
I was in the live. Ben said she was in the live where someone said one of his kids will run for president. I cannot. Okay. This, I believe him. If that's what you see, I don't think it's impossible at all.
Right. I mean, it's a right. I mean, just like you, BB, can run for office. You and the whole person who just said that can run for office. And any one of us can prepare our children and run them for office if that's what we are planning to do. Not planning to sit aside and say, oh my stars, I wonder what they're going to do. They could do this. It's possible they could do that. Let's make it the freak happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, It is what it is. Yes. His children can. Definitely. Are we scared? Hell the freak no. Ain't nobody scared of no Trumps and all that BS. You can't stop people from trying to do, but I doggone know that if their motives ain't right, trust me when I tell you, it's not gonna work, boo-boo. It's just not. And I love every second of it. Yeah. Okay. Just know that. Yeah. But I appreciate you and Cobra, and I apologize. I know Cobra just got off, but Ben Stinker, hey, boss lady, you had your folks in there. Y'all was getting it together, and I love it that my sisters, my sisters got it together, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we come to the table, and we be like, no, it's this. No, but I thought it was this. But we get it together at the end of the day, and that's the beauty of this whole entire live, as far as I'm concerned. Y'all got it together. Is exactly what you're talking about. Y'all got it together, got the story. And yes, you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's,
Thanks, boss
I
lady.
love it.
I know. Thanks.
I love my sisters. That's right. We can do it. We can do it. You know what I'm saying? People be like, we can't even talk. We can't get it together. See, negative. That's why all those people that say that kind of stuff, I can't be around those people. I'm going to talk about very sensitive topics from here on out. I got my own.
Why not talk about it? You talk about it anyway. So why be scared of how you feel? I mean, there's no right or wrong feeling. Like, it is yours. Yours is yours. Mine is mine. They're not going to always combine. We're not going to agree on everything, but we can learn from each other. What's the problem with that?
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Once you say, oh, you say, no, it's not stone, Cobra, is salt. And she's like, oh, but it was Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. And y'all put it all together, right? And boss lady was like, go, y'all, go get Google, it's your best friend. And then it was a beautiful process.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It was a beautiful process. And so I appreciate it, because I like to learn that way. I can't learn fussing and fighting. I learned the way that you all did it today. It was oh, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. Nobody was right or wrong. We got Google, and then y'all were able to, put it all together. And it's all good.
Correct. Yep.
And I love Boss Lady of New Jersey. I love Boss Lady of New Jersey. She has those things at night she talks about, and I love those questions. It's thought provoking. So, I love those questions. It's absolutely awesome. It's fun, but it's awesome. And you guys are doing the same thing. So thank you, Cobra, BB. I'm gonna get off now, okay?
All right, TC. Thanks for dropping down.
All right, now. Thank you so much. Everybody have a happy Galentine Love Day. Take care. I'm praying for you, my sister, Cobra.
Thank you. Oh, I'm better. I don't have COVID. I forgot to tell you guys, I don't have COVID.
Yeah, she don't have COVID, so that's beautiful, beautiful. And she gonna be more careful out there partying, like she 29 and shit.
Well, it was kind of like I found I didn't have COVID, so I was like, you know what?
It's party back.
I'm free. You know what? I wasn't 100% right away. I had to get some medicine, and I got a little bit better. I'm not 100%. I'm not gonna lie, I am. I feel better.
Yes, come join next time. I hope TC seen that. Come join. I would love to join one of your lives too, boss lady. If I could catch you, I'll be so late. I hate catching your lives late afterwards. But one day I'll catch you and I'll jump on with you. But yeah, but Cobra, I'm about to get off. We been off for an hour. This was nice. It wasn't, geared to one thing. It was geared to many things. So we chatted it up. Unless you wanted to talk about something else.
No, I don't have anything I can think of. No, it's Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying it, your weekend, all that good stuff.
Yes, I will, boss lady. I will come through, because we are Newark natives, honey. I didn't even know Miss T is from Newark. Her and Queen Diva. Jamila, Life with Jamila, is from Jersey. Like, it's so many people from Jersey. I love it. And I also want to go to Atlanta too, because Atlanta is like my black Wakanda. I love Atlanta.
Have you been to Atlanta before?
Yes.
Oh, you have? Okay, I never asked you that.
Yes, I love Atlanta. Let me tell you, I've been there 3 times. And each time I go there, I'm already ready to pack my shit and move. But, I'm a city girl, so I couldn't really stay in Atlanta. But I love going there. I especially love the airport. That's like my favorite place. It's black, all black, everything. And when I come through, I'll just be like, I'll be wanting to just drop everything in the middle of the floor and just like, oh.
Like, everybody is when they visit, they want to move here, then they move here and they're like, it was, like a place becomes different when you move here.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like, you know, places you live.
Right.
When you can visit, like.
And that's what I love about where I live. I love coming home. I love going places to visit, but I love coming home. And you know, I'm literally, I love where I'm from. So I can't even see myself moving, which is not a good thing all the time, because it's like, damn, you don't want to see nothing else. Yes, I'll visit everywhere. I don't have a problem. But when it's time to come back home, I want to come home. I love home. I love where I'm from. So yeah. But I love Atlanta though. Atlanta is like one of my places.
I
I
have
love
one last thing.
Yes, boss lady. I just love my home. I love Newark. I do. I love the Essex County area. Like I truly do. I just love it.
I just have a question. Is anybody on here that lives in Colorado? Please.
My little brother lives in Colorado. He's in the Navy, but that's where he lives at.
Okay, because I was going to come to Colorado like in a few weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm not from Colorado. My little brother is, so I don't really know
about like hotels and stuff.
Okay, how long you staying out there for?
Only for a few days. Like the round trip is $30.
Really?
Yes. On the Frontier Airlines.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know, but you should research it. I would love to do Colorado Springs. Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm going to Denver.
Oh, Denver. Okay.
For a reason.
I don't know.
I'm only gonna be there for like 2-3 days.
Okay. Well, enjoy and be safe. You know you don't be playing around, honey. Cobra be moving the fuck out. See, this is what I like, honey. Like she don't have no kids. She don't have nothing tying her down. She leave when she wants. She come and go as she please. That's beautiful.
It's such a cheap flight. And it's 3 hours long.
I have a family member who lives in Colorado Springs. Okay. Yeah.
That's how I was the other night when we were on live, because I heard something. I was looking like, who the hell about to come up?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody messed their car up outside, but my car is parked on the street, so I don't like the way that sound. I'm about to get off of here. I gotta check it out.
Okay.
Guys, soon. Thanks for joining, Cobra. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.